and just being on set was incredible. One, because black people in front of and behind the cameras, and then you got all sorts of races and ethnicities, and there was no ill intention or it was always good weird feeling. It was always welcoming, inviting, fun.
And even though you can see they're tired from working long hours, doing all this,
they still keep going.
Right?
And it's really that was huge for us because it was our first time being on screen with somebody like the likes of Jill Scott.
There's a lot of stories there on its own.
Oh my gosh.
For the short amount of time we've been around her,
You're incredible. And we weren't around her like that, okay? It's just we worked on the show.
It's work.
It was work for her. It was work for us. So we got to sit and work with her. But, along the way, we got to learn so many things, share stories. And
she shared stories
I just got to say this. People ask all the time, how is it working with Jill Scott? And I say, whatever you imagine in your head of how you thought it was going to be meeting Jill Scott, it's like that.
It's like that.
It's
like that for real.
It's like that.
It's one of the things that I love. We were doing, here's two things. One thing that I really liked last time we were on set with her is between takes, she was singing this Missy Elliott song. It was great. She was like, that song go off. Cool off.
The whole time.
She loves Starburst. I still got some Starburst that she gave me. I still got them. I'm a little weirdo for that, but it's fine. I still got
It's Jill Scott.
It is Jill Scott.
And it's so cool because I had my homie Kevin.
Another Kevin.
Close homie. He was one of my coworkers at one of the jobs I had, but he was just like, hey, man, it's so dope you got to work with her because I just remember the times when I didn't really have much, but what I did have was music. And her, and he named a few, but he was one of the tops on her list, like helped him get through. So shout out to you, Miss Jill Scott, because you have influenced and helped so many people in positive ways. I had somebody else tell me how much your song Golden has this older lady just telling me sometimes she listens to it like every morning because it just gives her that life and that energy. And
when your art can do that, yeah. I do have to say one thing that the other thing it reminds me of that is incredible about Jill Scott is seeing how she works to remember her lines.
Oh my gosh,
that was really cool. So she's a musician. How do you think she remembers her lines? She makes it a song,
right?
She'll be like, I forgot the song, and then she'll run through it. I remember her just looking at us, saying the lines to us, because we don't say anything. We're just sitting there. We just got to look cool, like we're doing this. All right, go do it. Like look mean, upset. But like she would practice the lines to us, and she's like, I forgot the song. Oh, that's the song.
Right.
And that's where she can add her inflections, where she can do that and remember it, just like we remember the alphabet because that's a song.
Right. And just like how us, whenever we do our stuff, we remember it by one move at a time, and then stringing it together, seeing it as instead of just
see it
audio,
as a story. Yeah.
See it as a story. Just an expression. It's martial art.
So it was cool to see her take her craft that she's studied and is well known for, and use it in another way.
Yes,
to help her out, to
really help her in another craft,
connect everything. Right.
So shout out to you, Miss Jill Scott. Thank you for being so great on set. It was such an honor. And we know you started your podcast. Super dope. Everybody go check out her podcast. It's probably way better than this one. Thank you.